Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the When in Seoul podcast. Danny Cho here with Bobby Choi. Book up.
What the heck was that?
I don't know. I was just trying to make other sounds. I was thinking.
Whoa.
Bow, bow, bow. Bobby, it's getting cold again.
Yeah, matter of fact, it started to snow yesterday.
Oh,
Apparently, but I haven't left my house. So that's the word is it snowed yesterday morning.
It looks like it, man. I've known you for over a decade, and I've never seen you with. I'm not even gonna call it a mustache. I'm gonna call it. You look like a child that ate jjajangmyeon, and just has like that just jjajang on your upper lip.
Yeah, I haven't been leaving the house because I was going through kind of a hard time recently, and I just decided to cut the world off. So I haven't been on social media. I turned off all my messaging things.
Yeah.
I don't respond to Kakao, like anything really. I just have it all off. Just because I don't. Yeah, I've been having a hard time, so I decided just to be a hermit and grow all my facial hair out.
How long has it been since you've grown that sorry excuse of a mustache?
I think it's been at least a couple weeks.
That's it for a couple weeks?
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I've had to shave it just like I've been home, but I haven't. I was shaving it for a while, and I just realized, I'm not going out. I'm not seeing anyone. I've just been home writing, and this is what I.
That's 2 weeks.
This is like my 2-week mustache. I shaved the beard part a few days ago because my wife was just like, she just wasn't standing for it. So I said, okay, I'll shave it. I started shaving the beard first, and then I was about to shave the mustache, and I was like, you know what? I'm the man of the house. I do what I want.
You're not the manager of my face.
No, I just kind of, as a joke, just left it. And then told her I'm going to keep it as a joke. But then I ended up not shaving it anyway. Now I have a mustache that looks like I'm trying to grow a mustache.
Yeah.
Like when you're a teenager, I guess.
Yeah, it looks you know what? I've never seen you with even this amount of facial hair.
It's a Fu Manchu, basically.
No, you just look like a fool right now.
Just a fool.
Just a fool. So yeah, it's gonna take a little time for me to get used to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's winter now, and I want to keep it warm. Keep that upper lip part warm.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Yes.
To tie in this week's episode's theme, we're talking about winter.
Winter.
Surviving winter.
Yes.
In Seoul.
Yes.
And so you've been here a little bit over a year.
So I have dealt with a winter already here. And when I came to visit many years ago, one time it was during the winter. So I for all those listeners, I'm from LA, so it doesn't snow in LA unless you go to the mountains, right?
And so Korea was actually your first snow ever.
Yeah, watching it actually fall from the sky. Like I've been to like mountains in in California, like Lake Tahoe, and I would see the snow, or whether it's man-made or God-made. I've seen it on the floor.
You've seen it just naturally sitting there.
Yeah, but I've never seen it actual
fall.
Yeah, fall.
Okay.
And so last winter was the first time I saw snow fall from the sky. Did you get teary-eyed or cry, or did you have one single tear fall down your face? No, I mean it was cool. Mm-hmm. I think about the movies, you know what I mean? Where I hear Christmas songs. So I walked outside and it was snowing, and then it was that kind of I could be in the Christmas vibe.
Yeah.
But that was for probably a minute and a half.
Okay.
And then I was like, all right, this is done.
A minute and a half of your life was spent for
tongue out.
Yeah.
Mouth open, you know what I mean? Spinning around like a pansy, you know what I mean?
Wherever I've lived that there was snow, whether it was New York or Boston, Chicago, Korea, I've always appreciated the first day of snow In New York, it's just the worst. In Manhattan, the first day it's beautiful, like just the city covered with white.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get the next day turns into this big mess. It's
like a slush, like gross slushies, right?
It's a really like dirty mess.
Yeah.
And then you start to get like that hard snow with just a bunch of dirt on top of it. It's just ugly. That happens in Korea too.
Right.
But we don't get like the crazy snowfall of the East Coast in the States, I think. But yeah, I don't mind it.
I last year,
so much.
So like it was snowing, so during the winter I don't do it anymore, but I used to have this like let's try to walk like 5 miles a day type of daily quote unquote exercise regimen.
Yeah, you were doing your 1,000 steps a day.
10,000.
Sorry, 10,000.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to diminish your
completely diminished it. Right. But I fell. I slipped on the ice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first time in my life I realized that I am officially an ajashi.
Wow, so
because when a younger person falls, it's kind of funny. Like when I see like a kid fall, I snicker, But I fell, and people came to my rescue to check up on me to see if if I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yo, this isn't funny to you." Like you're not. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like it saddened me. Like it didn't. I wasn't embarrassed of falling. I was embarrassed
that people weren't laughing.
Yeah, they came up to me. They like one guy tried to like help me up, and I'm like, no, I got this.
Did you break anything? Any sprains or
no?
Okay, so you were pushed into the category of old man.
Yeah,
and so that's what made you sad.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
I'm curious. I actually should try to fall then, but I don't fall because
Well, you have impeccable balance. Is that what you're saying? So yeah, I mean, so now that this is my second winter, technically here, and you've been here for quite some time, so here are our kind of tips, stories on how to survive winter. Right.
And by the way, about the slipping, you know what they say.
What?
Watch your step.
Oh man, that's a DVD I want to burn.
That was actually, for our listeners, Danny's first hour special in comedy the title was Watch Your Step. And so that's just me, bringing up old
jokes.
wounds.
Old wounds. Ooh, it was a bad special.
Let's get it into this now.
Yeah.
It's getting really cold now.
Yeah.
Like in a way, and annoyingly cold.
Yes.
Right? And so it's been time for me, like my wife and I, for the past few years, we've been doing this and getting accustomed to buying our winter clothes in the off seasons.
Okay.
So we'll buy it at the end of winter or early spring. Even in the summer, sometimes I'll see stuff in like a sale bin.
Right.
And I'll pick up like a pair of long johns.
Yes.
That way. And I know I'm getting it at like less than half the cost that it would normally take. So this week I've been cutting up my heat tech packages that I bought last spring.
Those seem to be like the it item for every time it gets cold.
I've never heard of heat tech till I came to Korea.
Yeah.
Or I guess heat tech is a Uniqlo thing, but it's long johns.
Yes.
Like they say there's like this. They make it look like there's science behind it. There's all these explanations why it. But who reads that?
Yeah.
They're just long johns. Just we know what they do. They keep you warm underneath your clothes. They just put a little bit of extra, protection from the cold.
Tech.
Yeah, it's not really that technical. But for the mind, it helps. Yeah. It helps you to think that you're getting warmer.
For the Korean listeners, long johns is nebok.
Nebok.
Yeah.
My luck. My book.
What is the luckiest pair of clothing? Nebok.
Oh, you're setting up a joke. Is that part of your stand-up bit?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have when I get paid,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I bring out the heavy hitters.
Okay.
Luckiest Clothing is not a heavy hitter.
Well, Danny is trying to say is that he all his bad jokes, he wants to just let them out on When in Seoul podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of like
give
it's
you
kind
guys
of
a little treat.
yeah. I want you to cringe when you listen to this.
Is that why our show isn't that funny? Because you just tend to dump all your
don't just put it all on me.
I'm not a comedian, so I
don't put it on me. It's not like you sang that many times here either, fool. But
before I came to Korea, I only owned in my life probably one pair of long johns. I guess when I lived in New York, and they were always like the frilly kind.
Yeah,
you know. But in Korea, as it stands now, I have like a pair for every day.
Wow.
Like 7 pairs of long johns for my legs, and then for the upper body as well. And so I think I'm officially Korean, I guess.
Because you have one for every day?
Maybe Koreans don't even have that many. I'm just like, but really it wasn't because I needed all of that. It was like they were on sale in the bin. I was like, I'm gonna get a couple pair here because it's cheap.
Yeah, because my friend or our friend DPD, he came to Korea to visit last winter in the dead of winter, and he tried to go get some heat tech at Uniqlo, and they're all sold out. So your move is kind of a cool move to like prepare for the following winter.
I have some unopened packages, so if any of our friends are listening, and if you can't find heat tech, just come to me. I'll sell it to you for a discounted price.
The other thing that I see is like there's sometimes it's so cold that I'll double up.
You'll double up on the long johns?
I'll 팔복. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I do that too. I put 2 pairs of long johns in the dead of winter.
Yeah.
And it just make it a little thicker.
Yeah,
it works. Yeah, 팔복.
Yeah, you're right. It's bad. These are bad jokes.
Because ne means 4.
Yeah, times 2.
Oh, okay.
Bam, bam.
Moving on.
Yeah, the other like kind of form of how do you say clothing that I see a lot. The Koreans call it padding.
Oh, the padding. Yeah, that's a huge thing right now.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, they're selling padding, which is basically
it's like
down jackets.
Yeah, it's like down jackets, but they go pretty much to all the way to your feet. So it's kind of like a sleeping bag with the bottom cut off.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like, and I see that. I mean, that's probably the most popular style of jacket right now as we speak. We don't call it padding back home. Like we call it like goose down jacket.
Yeah, just a down jacket.
Yeah, but I've never even seen it to the floor like the way it is here.
Yeah, and I'm actually contemplating getting one for myself.
You haven't had a padding jacket here since you lived here?
No, I just like double up on all my clothing, just like wear multiple layers. Because I've never been able to afford. Sorry, I had to burp there, but I can't. I've never been able to afford a decent coat since I've lived here, so I've always been just wearing layers. I'm used to that though, but now the padding game is so competitive now. Yeah, that. Those jackets normally when they first came out a few years back, they were like $500 plus dollars to get it. And now, because everybody needs them and wants them, I've seen them as cheap as $100.
Yeah, I've seen a. I mean, like I was thinking about getting. I don't have padding. Well, mine doesn't go all the way to my legs. Our former guest Walter Hong, when I first moved to Korea, before I moved, he said he gave me this North Face jacket. That's very warm, and you know it's goose down and all that stuff, but it's not all the way to the feet. He goes, "Hey man, I lost some weight, so I think you should use this."
Okay.
So thank you and screw you, Walter, because I'm fatter than you. I get it.
I saw you wearing it the other day. Actually,
yeah,
it does look big on you.
It's not that it's big on me actually, because it's just poofy.
Oh, it's poofy.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, but it's not as malleable as
I don't know that word.
Malleable is like, you know, you can like kind of fold it and roll it and make it into a smaller ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is more like kind of like rigid, and that's why there's not that much give. So I'm kind of in the way in public transportation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I was looking to buy another like padding, and I'm trying to stay away from white because I know I'll look like a dirty snowman. So like I wouldn't do that.
Right. The white is it's a tough color.
Yeah.
To choose.
But it seems like every couple, like a young couple, especially in my neighborhood in Shincheon, when they have matching padding, it's white.
Oh, really?
I don't see them go rock like matching black.
Everyone has black.
Yeah.
It's just a sea of black paddings.
Yeah.
Wherever you go these days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I want to know why Walter had a down jacket to begin with. He lives in LA, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, LA people go snowboarding and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't think you can go snowboarding with this jacket. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna buy padding, huh? Are you gonna go?
I'm thinking about it because it's really cold.
Yeah, I feel like we should like start like a campaign to buy you a padding jacket from our listeners.
I'm still shopping around. Like everywhere I go, I'll check the prices. Now I'm looking for under $100. So my idea is probably buy it at the end of the season. Like buy it. Like,
you're just gonna suffer for next winter.
Yeah,
because it's gonna get colder next winter. You're assuming.
Because honestly, I can't even afford $100 to buy a jacket right now. So
yikes.
Have you ever tried wearing those hot packs? Or using hot packs?
Yeah.
An alternative of keeping warm.
A few months ago, I did a variety show. I was filming a variety show, and we were on set for 20 hours, and it was pretty cold.
You were outside
yes.
for 20 hours?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so they didn't have like space heaters like back in the States where like if you're on set outdoors in the cold, they usually have some sort of heating system.
You guys didn't have your celebrity vans that you wait in?
I stayed in it a few times, but like, you know, I was suffering from gout. And so instead of moving back and forth, which would have hurt, I just decided, let me just stay on set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so they gave me like these hot packs which I didn't even know existed. I've never seen that in the US either.
Oh,
right?
In LA, you've never seen it.
Yeah. But what it is like, it's kind of like a bean bag, like a small, like a stress ball or whatever.
You got one of the activating ones.
Yeah, the one that you
shake it.
Yeah, where you shake, and it looks very, very gross when you shake it. And so, that's what everyone was like.
It looks gross when you shake it.
Yeah, everyone was putting it like in their pockets and putting their hands in their pockets or whatever. But you told me that there's like some sort of adhesive type of tape of joint that warms people up.
They have the kind where you take the adhesive off and you stick it to your body. They have different shapes. They have the kind that you could stick it to the bottom of your sock.
Wow, really?
In your shoes. They have the shoe shaped ones. I learned about those because when we were filming our movie a couple of years ago, in the beginning of winter, it was so cold outside. Same thing filming.
Right.
And so the crew would just stick all these things underneath my wardrobe, where it would be stuck to my body all day.
Right.
and it would work for like 4 or 5 hours at least.
That's cool.
And then I also had those activated little bean bag pouches as well. Would put those in my pocket, in my back pocket,
Right.
put in my jacket pocket, stuff like that. So it was they're nice. They feel great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of I would probably be a little hesitant about putting the adhesive on my body because I have a lot of body hair. And so pulling it off.
Well, not on your body. I mean, you can put it on your clothes. It sticks onto your clothes.
Okay.
So
yeah, because I mean, even Band-Aids hurt for me.
And you being a smoker, I noticed this because we met up at a cafe. A couple days ago, and you had to keep going outside, and I wondered, does that suck? Like
absolutely. I when I first came to Korea, like to visit many years ago, it was the first time in winter, and I wanted to quit smoking cigarettes because, like, even if you wear gloves, right? For cigarette smokers, like smoking with gloves is very cumbersome.
Yeah,
the lighter is very hard to grip. You know what I mean? Like,
I can imagine that.
So it's just annoying for you to take off your glove to light a cigarette and put it back on, and then like have this like using your finger. So I was contemplating quitting smoking, but I am not a quitter.
Okay,
I was raised right. So
but I know how cold it gets here. So even taking off your glove for 5 seconds it can be painful,
right? And and now that my gout is better, I don't smoke in my house.
That's good.
Yeah. But that means that I have to brave the cold every single time that I go. So I actually smoke less now. So I think overall winter is helping me, not necessarily quitting, but making me smoke less cigarettes, which is a good thing.
It'd be interesting to find out from the cigarette companies their analytics, whatever you call it, their analytics, see what their cigarette sales look like in the winters here.
Yeah,
because before you could smoke indoors everywhere. When I first moved here, you could still smoke in restaurants, indoors, and cafes.
Yeah.
But now I wonder if people smoke less and have to buy less cigarettes. I know some places, like there's a couple bars we go to that have like a cigarette booth.
Yes, I'm actually a big fan of those. For example, big shout outs to Tom and Tom's. They don't ever pay me money, but every Tom and Tom's, to my knowledge, has a smoking booth.
A room, yeah,
yes,
like on the like far away from.
And I'm like, that's awesome. The other thing I found interesting when I first came out here during this winter time was at the clubs, like girls are still like in skirts. You know what I mean?
They're still dressed like what do you call it? Promiscuously.
No, they're just hot. You know what I mean? Like you can't. A girl like can't get dolled up and then and rock a padded jacket into the club. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. So they show up that way, or they're wearing the padding, and inside the club they're just dressed?
Outside, man. Like
they show up without any like jacket.
I'm sure they have like something like to cover the upper hemisphere of their body, like their torso portion.
You know what? Come to think of it, I feel like, I haven't been to a club in the winter, or a club for that matter, like at any time recently, but I feel like, I can envision a line in the winter and there being at least a couple people without like enough.
Yeah, you just see pure legs, and I'm like, yo. And what they do to brave the cold, I remember.
It's dedication.
is I'll be like, these girls with like really short skirts, and they might have like some sort of like leather jacket up top or whatever, which is not going to do anything for the cold. But the girls and their friends are like huddled up next to some sort of odeng, like pojangmacha that's outside the club, and they're just gulping odeng juice, you know what I mean, to stay warm. And I'm like, yo, that is some dedication.
I'd like to know actually, because women they wear pantyhose, and they're. I wonder, is that warming at all? I mean, does that keep you warm at all? I have no idea.
You should wear.
Should ask my wife.
Or you should wear some.
But my wife, she's like really skinny, but I noticed she can brave the cold. Like for me, she's always like making sure that I'm warm, and she'll like warm me up when we're outside. She'll take her hands out of her pocket and she'll like she'll like warm me up. She'll put her hand around my arm and her hand will be exposed. I'm just like, what are you doing? Put your hand in your pocket. This is not important that we're walking arm in arm. But it is to her. She can brave the cold really well.
Well, I mean,
it's a female thing. They're just stronger than men.
Well, I don't know the science. I don't know the science behind it, but I feel like women get colder easier. In my opinion, I mean, every girl that I've ever dated always complained about the cold, and
I would disagree because I get cold very easily.
Well, you're a pansy, so that.
But I mean, I grew up in New York,
right?
So you would think that I would not be, but just even the slightest when I open my balcony door, and I feel that cold, it just depresses me. Because I get so cold right away, and maybe I'm over dramatic maybe about it, even in my own head.
You're over dramatic.
Yeah, like I was walking down the street with my wife the other day, and when you're cold, you tense up.
Right.
You get really like even your butt cheeks clench up.
Right.
And I noticed I was like just doing that the whole time I was walking. My wife, she's just like elegantly strolling along.
Elegantly.
You know what? Maybe I was like, I think I need to relax. So basically, I tried it. I just stopped clenching all my muscles.
Right.
I guess I just like relaxed, and it was fine. I think I'm just being over dramatic.
Yeah. Koreans have a term for like this like cold wind, icy wind, the wind chill. 칼바람, which means like knife wind.
Oh.
And I think it's a very
winter thing. No, it would have to be.
But I feel like it's a very appropriate phrase because I've like when it's really like just cold, it feels like you're getting stabbed like in your joints,
Yeah.
Knife wind.
I know the feeling. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
칼바람.
Yeah.
So now, given that you and I, we don't have cars, we use the public transportation. Do you like it more? Is it like during the seasons? Is it different for you? Because for me, it's better.
I prefer the bus over the subway in general, except in the winter. Like, I don't like taking the train because you have to go all the way down and then all the way up. And if you know the subway system in Seoul, it goes deep into the earth.
Right.
So you're using a lot of your commute time is spent on just walking downstairs and walking upstairs or taking the escalator or whatever. Right. So I love just, walking to a bus stop and hopping on a bus. Right. And usually there's a bus lane and it goes fast. Right. But in the winter, it's so cold outside that, well, the good thing is you can time it now with your bus app. But sometimes you're caught, especially if you have to like transfer. Yeah. You have to wait outside.
Like an 8 minute wait.
Man. Yeah. So there's like a 7-Eleven outside where I live, where the bus stop I use. So there's a couple of times I missed the bus, and I don't want to go back home. Right. So I've had to like wait in the 7-Eleven. Right. But I don't want to buy anything. Right. Because I'm a cheap bastard. But I like walk, but like I'd walk really slowly down the aisles. It's just 2 aisles in the 7-Eleven. Yeah. And the guy knows what I'm doing. Right. Too. He just saw me miss the bus. So I'm in there, I'm like looking around, I'll like look at the chips, I'll read the ingredients. And I read slow anyway, so it takes me some time. but I'll pretend like I'm gonna buy something.
Yeah.
Like if I really get ballsy,
Yeah.
I'll say, 저기요, 이거 얼마예요? I'll ask, how much is this?
There's a price tag there, bro.
No, not on everything. I can't find the price on the wine sometimes, so I'll go straight to the wine and I'll be like, 이거 얼마예요? And then when I know the bus is coming, I'll just like scramble and put on my act. But, the bus is coming. So I gotta run out.
You don't even go, hey, don't 비싸. You should do that, right? For me, I actually don't. I have no preference in terms of whether it's train or bus, but when it comes to the train, especially during the summertime, when it's packed, it drives me crazy because I'm still a bit claustrophobic, although I've been getting better at it. Mm-hmm. But during the summertime, when it's hot, yeah, they say it's air conditioned, but it's not at the comfortable temperature. I kind of freak out. I'm, a bit more sweaty, and I just don't like when there's a lot of people around me and I'm just getting bumped into, and, I just don't like contact, But during the cold winters, it feels like we're one family. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's nice and warm. Everyone has their own padding, and so we're sitting like shoulder to shoulder, like touching each other. Yeah. And in the summertime, it grosses me out.
I know the feeling. Actually, I know what you're talking about when you get into a crowded train.
Yeah.
And in the summer, it feels weird when you're up like really close to people.
Yeah.
And you're packed in there, but in the winter, everyone has padding.
Yeah.
So you're just basically in this big family sleeping bag hug.
Yeah. We're just like, oh, yo. So every time like I see like a kind of heavier person, like I make room for that person.
Do you gravitate towards certain people?
Yeah. I'd be like, like if a heavier person walks into the subway, like I'll make extra room next to me and be like, yo, right here, bro.
Oh my gosh.
right.
Now it's getting into creepy territory.
No, man, like me and you both gonna be warm as hell wherever we're gonna go. That's so funny.
Next time I'm on a train, I'm gonna be looking for the most padded people. Be like, yo, you mind if I stand here?
Sit right next to me, man. We're gonna have a nice warm journey to wherever the hell we're gonna go to.
Oh man. Well, since we're talking about winter, let's also talk about like winter foods.
Yes.
Like things like comfort food for the winter is a big thing back home. Mm-hmm. Like you'll have a hearty soup, hearty minestrone, or I don't know, like a warm meal.
Yeah.
We'll do the trick sometimes.
I want to venture off and say that Korean cuisine has the best soups in the world.
Ooh, that is quite a claim.
It's a hardcore claim, I get it. But, like, to me, when it's cold, I want food that makes all the orify in my face to leak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I want to sweat. I want to cry. I want, like, snot to come out. Like, I want all the whole faucet system to open up, right?
Korea does have a pretty great variety of soups and stews.
Yes.
Jigaes, right, are technically stews, right? Which people eat even in the summer.
Absolutely.
And they have this phrase called 시원해, which means refreshing.
Yeah.
That I realize like older people use a lot.
Yeah.
Saying, "Oh, this soup is so refreshing." Which I'd never understood until I got older.
Right.
Like in the summer, you'll have a really hot stew, and it's sweating hot outside.
Yeah.
But you'll have that, and it's still refreshing.
Right.
It's a weird thing. But in the winter, these soups become so warming, like it warms you to the bone. Just the thought of it.
Yes.
Even the other day, was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
We had dinner with my wife, and we went to get one chicken. Wait. Before I say what it is in Korean. I wonder if our Korean listeners have figured it out yet. So we went and got one chicken for dinner.
I think that's the name of the place.
No. That's the name of the dish.
Really?
Yeah, 닭 한 마리.
Yeah, no, it can't be.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like 백숙.
백숙, yeah.
Right? It's soup.
Yeah.
백숙. But I think that's the name of the dish. 닭 한 마리.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought it was the name of the place. But that's funny because basically for all the non-Korean listeners, they basically chopped up a chicken and a half for us because it was three of us. And then it had like rice cakes in it. They had like potatoes, certain vegetables,
scallions, onion. Oh, not onions, scallions.
Yeah,
right. And it's like a really thick, hearty chicken soup.
Yeah, and then after you're done eating the chicken, then you throw some noodles in it.
Yeah,
like
fresh knife noodles.
Yeah. And then after you eat the noodles, if you want to go even further, you can ask for some chuk. And then they'll make some like porridge.
Porridge, right?
It's porridge is kind of like for this one, it's kind of like chicken risotto almost, right?
Yeah. Well, I think the closest chicken soup is very much like chicken and dumplings. I guess for like a U.S. comparison.
Yeah, but way better.
It depends. I've never really had enough of chicken and dumplings in this back home,
right?
In order to compare to. But.
No, I mean even like all the soups. Like for example, right? So a few weeks ago I was in Southeast Asia, and which was warm, right? But then boom, I come back to the cold, and the first thing I wanted to eat was a nice hot piping bowl of kimchi찌개.
Yeah, you know what?
You know what I mean?
That does sound good. It would sound good in that situation. Although I do love, as much as I love pho and what is it, Thai tom yum goong, sometimes a bowl of piping hot kimchi찌개.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do the rest.
And like the Filipinos have a dish called sinigang, right? Which is kind of like a sour soup, you know, but. 김치찌개, 된장찌개, one chicken stew, 삼계탕,
닭도리탕.
Yeah, man, like 감자탕, like it gets there.
삼계탕 is like 닭 한 마리, I guess, but it's not cut up.
Well, right? Yeah, but inside there's like dates.
Ginseng.
They have some more like.
That's also good in the winter.
Absolutely,
as well.
Absolutely.
But interestingly enough, they have a samgyetang day, and I believe it's in the summer.
Yeah, because I'm told that samgyetang is also supposed to like replenish you with like stamina and like nutrients that you lost. From the heat of sweating it out and whatever, right? So it's supposed to like help your core, not in a exercise way, but in a nutrient way.
Well, it's just good to in general.
Oh yeah.
With that said, our listeners know that I'm a vegan, but I had 닭 한 마리.
Yeah, you did
this week.
Yeah, you did.
I did break my vegan fast recently, just to let everyone know. I've been having meat once a week, even twice a week now.
Yeah. Do you think our vegan listeners are kind of disappointed in you?
Possibly, but I think it's just getting a little bit difficult. I did it for health reasons, and my health is back in order now, and now I have health insurance.
Oh yay!
Yeah. So I'm not as afraid as I used to be,
right?
All my life. And my wife and I, she's been such a good sport about me being vegan, but it has affected her diet, and so the compromise now is that I'm gonna have meat sparingly and just moderately.
Yeah.
So once or twice a week, I feel like it's okay. But I even when we had the one chicken soup, I try to not indulge too much because I know how my body will react.
Right.
So I did have a good meal out of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw you take down a few pieces, and I was all right. The one thing that I still haven't experienced, and it's supposed to be some sort of tradition in Korea, is kimjang.
Yes.
Speaking of food, right? Kimjang is where basically the family makes the year supply of kimchi, right? And in one sitting, and they give to like family members or whatnot. But everyone sits down and they just go ham and make
boatload of kimchi.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Sure. Yeah, we did kimjang last weekend.
At your in-laws.
At my in-laws. It's I wasn't there this year. My wife went. I actually have to go pick up our share of kimchi this weekend. But I have been through that process, and it's really nice. It's a really good tradition. I think at first I didn't really understand it, but because I would just buy kimchi at the supermarket.
Yeah.
But I started to realize my wife, as we were dating, she just found that really weird, or she would just point out that it was like overpriced, and the reason why they make it at home and make so much is like it's also an issue of finances too. So,
does kimchi go bad?
Sure, yeah, it does. Yeah, certain kimchis, the longer you let them age, it's better. Like the shin kimchi, right? But some kimchis can go bad. I've learned this the hard way.
But how can you tell if kimchi is bad? Because in my mind, kimchi is already like fermented is a better word as opposed to rotten, right? So
because certain kimchis are they're meant to be aged, and then there's certain kimchis that they're meant to be consumed quicker.
Yeah.
And what happens is the kimchis that you're supposed to eat faster, they just don't taste as good once they pass a certain. I don't know about the molding issues and stuff like that. If you can technically eat something that you're supposed to consume faster, like 2 years later, I don't know. I wouldn't even venture there unless someone told me that it was okay.
Interesting. No, because I typically like the kimchi that's a little older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's that soury taste. Yeah.
But it all depends what kind of kimchi, what you're having it with. Like if you're making kimchi찌개, if you have a really old kimchi, I tend to like those kimchi찌개s better because it just makes the pot just taste so much more developed and interesting and just wonderful. And so but
I'm hungry right now.
Yeah.
I want some soup.
Then there's these kimchis that get really old that we have in our freezer right now because it's my favorite kind of kimchi jjigae is where it's older kimchi but you wash everything off. Like you wash all the peppers out and then it becomes this kind of brownish kimchi. It's almost not pleasing to look at. And then that kimchi we put back in the freezer. It's a shin kimchi. It's like an older kimchi.
Right.
And then when I usually get it once a week. Take it out the day before, let it defrost. We'll cut it up and make a jjigae, and you don't have to put much in there. Just like some doenjang and just the kimchi, and it's the best thing in the world.
Oh.
I'll make some for you. You need to try it. It's really good. Anyway, moving on. I just sticking with food. Like we were talking about this earlier this week.
Yeah.
Where we wondered how ice cream shops stayed afloat in the winter.
Like Baskin Robbins or yeah.
I mean, clearly they're really popular in the summer. and they get a lot of foot traffic then. But they have to stay open in the winter,
Right.
And we know they sell hot chocolate there and coffee.
Right.
But really, that's not where you go to get your coffee.
What do you
really.
Yeah, let's go grab some coffee at Baskin Robbins.
Just help them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're doing fine as is. They still have the birthday cake thing going for them, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
The cakes and stuff.
Because I just think it'd be weird, like it's super cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
And someone have like an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
And just eating an ice cream cone, walking down the street. I forget whose joke it was, but it's impossible to look mad eating an ice cream. right. Yeah, but you're just out walking down the street cold and you're patting or whatever, and you're just taking licks of your your ice cream cone.
That's a good social experiment.
Yeah.
Just for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Just buy because there's plenty of ice creams even at the Pyeonijam at the
the convenience stores.
The convenience stores. Yeah. Those ice creams I feel like are just sitting there all winter.
Mm.
That's why I don't like to buy ice cream when it's ice cream season until I know that stuff has been replenished. So I wait a couple weeks.
The theme of this episode is you wait. like you don't get it when you need it. You're like, you know what? Heat tech padding for next season.
Because those convenience store ice creams.
Yeah.
Like I've had them when they're freezer burned. It's awful.
Right.
Like sometimes, I'm not a quitter too, so I'll still eat it freezer burned. but it just makes that experience a lot worse.
Right.
So I wonder, if I could just like be that guy, that crazy guy that's eating ice cream out in the winter, just walk around town, and have like a 몰래 camera on me, or like a camera on my glasses, just walk around eating ice cream in front of people in the winter. I think that would be hilarious. Like I don't know, that's how much time I have on my hands.
I think it'd be more hilarious if they see you finish one, because one, it'll be okay, right? But then you reach into your bag and you pull out another one, right? You start eating it in front of them. That's when people are like, yo.
You know what? Like, when you walk by like the Olive Youngs and those cosmetic stores in Korea, you know how they give out stuff,
right?
A pamphlet or even a free sample,
right?
Here and there. I remember this in the winter clearly because my wife and I were walking in Hongdae next to one of those Olive Youngs or Loeb or whatever they're called.
Innisfree.
Yeah. And someone was giving out samples of lotion, but it was like a baggie full of goodies.
Right.
Like it was lotion, hand lotion, face masks, like a bunch of stuff in it. So she threw this thing in front of my wife's face and was like, "Oh, please have this as a gift from us." And my wife was like, "Oh, thank you." And we started to walk away. And they're like, No, you have to go inside.
Right.
And look around first in order to get that. I was just so annoyed. It's like, I know, like, you don't need that little bit of lotion, but I get it. It's free.
Right.
Everybody loves free stuff.
Right.
And I was thinking, so long story short, my wife comes out like a couple minutes later. I'm waiting outside, annoyed, and I ask her, "Did you buy anything?" She says, "Of course not. I just did my like, it's worth the 2 minutes of time to get the free stuff."
Right.
I was thinking, like, there's all these unused ice cream cones at the Pyeonijams and stuff like that.
Just pass them out.
Why don't they just buy all those at a discounted price? Make a deal with like 7-Eleven or something like. If I pass those out, at the
Olive Young.
Because people love free things.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean,
but you got to eat that ice cream cone inside. And ice cream cones, they take a while to eat,
Yeah.
And you're not going to want to finish that ice cream cone outside.
That's true.
Right?
That's a good move, actually.
Maybe that's the deal, too. Oh, you can have this free ice cream, but you have to finish it inside. While you're there, someone's going to see something that they may have needed. Right?
That's actually because you're right. They don't want to eat it outside because it's too cold.
They don't want to eat it clearly because it's winter. It's who eats ice cream in the winter? But Koreans
love free stuff.
nobody's gonna turn down a free ice cream cone. I don't care if it's
you're right.
the coldest day of the year. Someone's passing out free ice cream cones. You're gonna take a free ice cream cone,
Right.
I would go into every single. I would probably if all of the Olive Youngs, all of the cosmetic stores were doing that. I'd probably have 6, 7 ice cream cones a day, and I'm vegan. That's how much we love free stuff.
That's hilarious, dude.
This episode alone was just a platform for us to get. Man, perfect marketing ploy.
That's genius. That's genius, man. Well, I don't know how to segue from ice creams to the holidays, right? Okay. But we got to do it, man. We got to do it.
Oh man, I don't know if it's just us laughing or just me laughing at this point, but I wonder if our listeners are getting a kick out of it.
These guys are idiots.
Let us know if we've gone. Let us know if we've crossed the line or we've gone off the farm.
Oh yeah, we went off the Nongjang for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on. We talked about weather. Mm-hmm. We talked about food.
Yes.
We talked about clothing.
Yes.
For winter. Let's talk about the holiday season.
That's a very good way to segue. That's very good, Bobby.
I'm a professional, man.
Yeah.
This is our job. Yeah. We're supposed to be able to segue things. Anyway, moving on. The holiday season is upon us.
Yes.
Which basically starts after Thanksgiving.
Right.
Right? And that's when you get all the decorations up. People start wearing ugly holiday sweaters. That's
more back home, though.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean that could be a tradition here. We could get going,
like the ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah. We should try that out. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, holiday season. You have the music playing.
Yeah.
You have the Christmas songs. Mm-hmm. Hanukkah's not that big of a thing here. Well, it's just not.
Yeah, I mean, I think. To be honest, I don't even think Christmas is a big thing here.
Right. And I know what you mean.
Compared to back home, right? Because back home, Christmas, friends and family give each other exchange gifts and whatnot.
Yeah.
But most Koreans I've talked to, they usually don't exchange gifts with their friends or family, but they do exchange gifts if they are in a relationship.
Okay, so Christmas is more of a relationship,
like a couple,
holiday.
It's like another Valentine's Day, pretty much, right? Or
so you get each other Christmas gifts,
yes,
but you don't get your parents or your siblings, or
your
friends.
Because yesterday I got my hair cut and I asked my hair dresser. Mm-hmm. I said, hey, so do you celebrate Christmas with your family? He's like, no, only the people that are either rich or have lived abroad might do that, but most Koreans that he knows does not celebrate it amongst family members.
I do see the decorations, though, everywhere I go.
Right.
The cafes, they have Christmas trees, they have their twinkle lights, they have, the Santa Claus thing is real here, right? People know who Santa Claus is.
Yeah, Santa Harabaji, yes.
Right. Oh, Santa Harabaji.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Santa Grandpa Sampa?
Go say one more time.
Grandpa Sampa.
Yeah, so but yeah, I think it's a different emphasis. So to me it's more of a couple's day. And matter of fact, this Christmas and Christmas Eve, I'm jam-packed with shows because the organizers believe that it'll be super packed due to couples doing couple stuff movies, shows, and whatnot.
So do you prepare Christmas couple jokes?
I haven't, but I should probably.
Yeah, you should do your job, man. It's I'm just being mean.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Do you sing Mariah's "All I Want for Christmas" when you?
No, I sing big phony Christmas songs in the holiday season.
I didn't even know you had Christmas music.
I do. I have a few Christmas songs that I play every year. that I wrote. There's a song
nice.
called "Fix Her Providence." You can look it up on Spotify, iTunes. It's out there.
You see what I did for you? You see what I did for you? I just alley-ooped you to plug some music.
I have a song called "Christmas Abroad" that I wrote in Korea because holiday season you can't always get back home,
Right.
and it can be a little depressing sometimes. So I wrote a depressing song about being home for Christmas and missing out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, like, I have a handful of friends here that are from the States, so they understand the sentiment of being away from, family or whatnot, in another country.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we just passed it, but the Thanksgiving this year, I probably spent it I call it the expat Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I ate a Subway sandwich, a turkey sandwich, and drank cranberry juice.
Oh wow, that reminds me of my first Thanksgiving in Korea.
Yeah.
I got home from the studio, bought a Subway turkey sandwich at Subway. The International Mart, or actually the Pyeongjam in my neighborhood in Itaewon at the time, had canned cranberry sauce.
Oh, nice.
So I had a can of cranberry sauce, and I bought a Budweiser beer.
Oh.
And then I put the cranberry sauce in the sandwich, and that was my first Thanksgiving, just like yours.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
So to me, that was a bit sad. I mean, it wasn't because I didn't have anywhere to go. It's because I couldn't because my foot was hurting.
You're trying to keep a tradition.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, it was a bit sad and depressing. And so for those that are interested in watching a show for Christmas or Christmas Eve, or actually Christmas Eve, the 24th.
Yeah.
I'll be doing two shows, 4 and 7 at the Comedy Haven in Gangnam.
4:00.
Yes.
Is that a weird time?
Yes.
Why at 4:00? Is it a weekend?
No, but Christmas Eve apparently is
People don't work?
I guess so. I don't know.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
4:00.
4 and 7. So if you guys are interested in hearing some jokes, if you have a significant other, even if you don't, come to the show. I know it's going to be action packed. And
is that your Christmas wish for people to come see you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go. That'll be my Christmas present to you.
You don't have to come. It's fine. But here is what I'm going to say. For those that are interested in coming to check out the show, please email us at peninsulapod@gmail.com. And, for those that are interested, I might be able to get you in for free.
On the guest list?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
New Year's Eve, too, right?
New Year's Eve.
You have a show there?
Yes. Yes.
Are you ringing in the New Year?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
So it's like a midnight thing?
Yes.
You're going to be performing like 11?
Right.
Like that?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be there for New Year's Eve then.
Yeah, because
that's a good way to come in. So for our listeners, if anyone would like to come to the New Year's Eve show, could they get on the guest list?
Well, how about because we have another episode, we'll bring that up for next episode.
Yeah.
But for this episode, let's just
Christmas.
focus on Christmas Eve because it'll be coming out before Christmas.
Okay.
Right?
That sounds good.
And so if you guys are interested, please email us at peninsulapod@gmail.com. Also, if you have any questions or comments, email us there.
Oh, one more thing
as
an encore to this holidays, to this surviving the holidays or surviving winter.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's New Year's Eve, and this is specifically to the Korea, I'm just throwing this out there. Please take down your Christmas decorations.
You said once it's New Year's Eve?
Well, once it's New Year's Day.
Okay. So you're giving them about 6 days.
I mean,
6 or
really,
7
you
days.
start putting it up after Thanksgiving,
right?
Right.
Well, Koreans don't have Thanksgiving, so they just go.
And then even this becomes extended to Christmas songs as well. You don't have to keep playing Christmas songs to February. It's just one of those things. Maybe it's me being. It's a pet peeve of mine.
On Valentine's Day, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Well, now the world knows, or at least our listeners know, a way to really annoy me.
Right.
Is to to send me Christmas songs or something, like in the middle of January. Koreans, I don't know, anywhere you go. Actually, back home too, people are too lazy to bring.
Oh yeah,
down.
I've seen lights up till February. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
come on, guys.
A bit much.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks everyone for listening this week. Next week will be our final show of the year, and well, that'll be a fun episode.
That's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, Danny and I have a lot to talk about then. Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
Today